court hearings or trials, voting rights cases often are very fact-intensive, so they go to trial. Everything you've thought through, the strategy in your case, how you want to build the facts of your case, how you plan to argue a point of law, leads into sometimes a very intense few days at trial, and it's both overwhelming and thrilling to be able to do that court work. Wanted to be a lawyer for a long time, and I saw practicing law as a way to really influence people's ability to access the justice system, to gain protection for their rights, and to affect really broader change through the courts. I actually started doing voting rights protection when I started practicing law. So I worked in camps on the Thailand-Burma border and on the South Africa-Zimbabwe border, and did both test case litigation and individual client service for those seeking refugee protection in the country I was working in. So I started very far afield from voting rights litigation, but I've been able to do some really interesting things and work with some great people and serve some great clients. I had some people who were really encouraging that to stick with going for the opportunities that I really wanted, and just working to continue to build a career in public interest work. So I would encourage anyone to just keep going. Opportunities come up, funding comes available, and if you really care about what you're doing, then in any way that you can to stick with it. I'm a distance runner, so I have run marathons in a bunch of different countries, and I've done a bunch of different races. I do the New York Marathon any year I can get a number, and I think that the endurance, the planning and the endurance and the flexibility for the unexpected that it takes to run a race or to train for a race in some ways is very similar to the work that I do in my everyday life, which is that you can train and you can plan, but something's going to happen that you didn't see coming, and you kind of have to roll with it. I'm happy to have the opportunity because people who don't practice in my very narrow area of litigation aren't always exposed to voting rights issues or what constitutional provisions and federal laws protect voting rights. It's something that gets a lot of attention in the month before an election, but I'm just hoping that I can help make people aware of the 2 years in between and the different work that goes into it, how a lot of the rules for elections come about, because a lot of the rules are established long before the public starts hearing about an election. And so for lawyers especially, I think that's important too.